How to day in YouTube and podcast land? It's your boy Josh Hop,
It's your boy Jay.
and this is another episode of Sports Talk Tangent Special Edition. So this is our in-depth decision. In-depth discussion where we're gonna discuss Batman movie. We gave everybody about a week to watch it.
Yep.
We don't want to go into in depth without everybody watching it. So before we get started, I am giving warnings. We will discuss spoilers. So we are going to discuss spoilers. I'm not even going to no spoiler alerts. There's spoilers all throughout this. So if you didn't watch it, make sure you go out, support the movie, go watch it, and we recommend it. So all right, and see it, and make sure you like, hit the subscribe button too while you're at it, and comment if you agree, disagree with our discussion. Leave a
Yep.
comment. All right. So say what you want to start out with on the Batman review. What you want to discuss?
Let's go with the beginning. Let's just go straight with the opening credits. The infamous title card at the top, just showing the title of the movie, saying the Batman with the over glaring of the city, like the sun
Mhm.
rising, coloring. Uh and it's a very different approach than other Batman movies. Because I
Mhm.
would say, like, it ain't the iconic, thank God they ain't do it. Because I would have been pissed if they would have done it in this movie. The iconic of his parents getting murdered in the alley. you know, the you know,
I think we tired of that origin story. I think you've been listening to me for rock if you don't know what the Batman origin story by now. They did like 100 movies, comic
yes.
books, animations, anything you could think of regarding that. So
I don't even think the animation series has shown him like shown that many like flashbacks of his parents getting killed. So
but
um
I like the setting of it. So this is
yeah,
about what, you two of Batman, or Batman becoming, yeah.
yes, year two. So yeah, technically from the storyline, this is year two, not year one, if I'm not mistaken, they was thinking about, but it's actually year two. So he's 2 years into being the Batman. So he
Mhm.
has to be possibly 20,
20-ish.
21 or 22 at the time. So yeah, he's young Batman, young.
Yeah, this is considered young Batman before.
Yeah, this is like before he go to League of Shadows, like that whole thing. So this is like
Mhm.
young Batman. Uh, but yeah, the beginning was nice.
Mhm.
Title card. Um, him narrating
Mhm.
what's been going on with that whole Gotham as a whole in 2 years that has been so corrupted. Everybody's like all under somebody, and next thing you know, we just hear heavy breathing. It went from him narrating to him having heavy, and then we hear heavy breathing, and they go,
Yeah, they went with straight Criminal Minds on this one.
yes,
Like, yeah, on the I just like the vibe of it, like the thriller drama aspect of it,
yeah,
and the action involved. So they pretty much showed. This is another spoiler right away. They showed Riddler stalking the mayor.
yes,
Or
yeah,
yeah, stalking the mayor. That's pretty much it. Just showed how he got in. I like that view of it as opposed to
hmm
him showing up. Then what I mean, the surprise he behind them. Look,
hmm
so I like that aspect of it. So what
yeah.
else you want
Watching him.
to talk about?
Even just going off that scene, like just hearing him breathing, he's scoping the place out. He sees like his son, his wife, and the mayor all in there, and they are literally he's scoping them. Like I said, he's just scoping them out. So technically, he's seeing where he could have his opportunity to come into the place,
Mhm.
see the kid playing with him, and actually strike him down at the spot that he got killed. But it was like, like you know, um, but seeing him, like you said, like that whole Seven vibe. If anybody remembers Seven, that's the Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman movie. If nobody have not seen that one, I highly recommend that movie. It's one of the best like suspense movies ever. Uh, but yeah, like you said, hiding behind, not even really hiding behind. He was just in a dark corner that the mayor just kept walking back and forth from. Like
Mm.
he was not even hiding.
But
He
it's
just was
just
dark
surprise of
floating.
he came out of the darkness and
Yeah.
just. But what I like about what did you like about the Riddler? let's move on from that, from outside of the opening scene.
I like he was sinister. I like that he didn't hold nothing back. Like there was no um comedic with him.
Mm.
Like it's a completely
He
different.
wasn't really. Yeah, it was like a dark humor of it
Yeah,
degree.
yeah,
I would say what I like about the Riddler was it was a method to his madness.
yes.
He was trying to expose the Gotham corruption.
Hmm.
That's all that I like when films go that route because that's a better way to explain the villain outside. He just want to kill a bunch of people. So
Yes.
as long as you explain the method to his madness, yeah.
Yeah, and a little and and also they did a little homage of the Dark Knight with him doing the whole you know, building up the fan base and stuff like that. So uh, and using the internet as his ploy to bring people into his cause.
My
That
man,
was another dope.
my man had 500 followers, bro. My man was doing it big, bro. I
Yeah, he
think it
had
was
a quote. He had a
it was
quote.
like
Yeah.
500. I don't know. It was 500. I could be a little bit off. It could
No,
be
it was
500.
500. It was 500.
Like 500. It could be, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Just I'm
um,
putting that disclaimer in there just in case it's like 505 or something, or 520,
yeah,
just in case. But it's like 500 followers.
yeah, and I mean, and let's not forget like the fact that after he kills the mayor and do the whole, I guess, the little trap that he did with him, that he started to play the game with the Batman. So he knows about the Batman, but he don't know how deep is his character at this point. Like we don't know how he knows the Batman, but he don't know the Batman itself. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like
Mhm.
it's just saying right now. So when he start doing the whole cards, riddles with the cards in it, and saying, with the first one with the mayor, then you find out that the answer to the clue was he who lies still. I think it was he who lies still. Uh that he started figuring out the riddles from that
Oh,
standpoint.
another aspect you're not forgetting about the cipher, which got the
Oh,
Zodiac
that was a
vibe.
Zodiac.
About
Yeah, Zodiac. So
you got Alfred was trying to figure it out too.
hmm so it
Hmm.
was like, yeah. So yeah, it was like it's a
It looked
tie-in.
like they took different elements of like serial killer movies. In my
Yes.
opinion, that's what they're like, and they added the Batman twist to it. I could picture that. Because as soon as I saw the little cipher, I was like, oh, that's the Zodiac killer. If you
Zodiac
don't,
killer. Yep.
I'm familiar with Zodiac killer. He was a serial killer in the Bay Area. So
Yeah.
back in the day, I think that was the '60s, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was the '60s.
And
I
that's
don't
another,
know.
and technically that's another, even though that's
That,
based on true story, but that's another top suspense movie of all time as well.
yeah.
So you add the Riddler character is really a mixture between the the John Doe of Seven mixed in with the Zodiac killer because he could use that writing, the the messages in the writing. And that's like the Zodiac homage, if I want to say, for the
Mm.
movie. Um yeah. I mean I like pretty much I like back to what you're saying about the Joker. I just like the fact that it was no middle ground. It was it was dark, like you said, dark humor, but he was not playing. He
Yeah.
will kill if he has to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like this Riddler. I like this. I like the whole thing with the. I like the
So you
whole
like him better than
pace.
the Jim? You like him better than the Jim Carrey Riddler? I'm trolling right
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
Two different type
put
of
that-
movies though.
And one, you mean one was trash and one was good? Never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Two
I wanna
different
let that
eras. Yeah, like I said,
go.
two different eras.
Trash. Still don't think about hot garbage, even for that era. But so how do you feel about Catwoman? Let's talk about Catwoman. That was a
No, she
good
killed
and
it. Zoe.
in the game, a key component of the story. They
Uh-huh.
revealed a lot about her. I liked about that.
I like that they added her in later. Like I'm happy they do with her, like bring her in and brought her in into the beginning I like that they brought her in into like in the middle and then continue the relationship throughout the movie. But perfect casting. I couldn't think of nobody else that could play Catwoman at that time other than Zoe Kravitz
Yeah.
at that at that moment. So
Well,
yeah, that role.
technically, it's for the. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, she fit the role perfectly. I
Yeah,
would say she played the role perfect. I'm not gonna go with the what if we went with a different Catwoman. I'm just gonna go with her performance. She did a great performance.
yeah. I mean, like for Christopher Nolan, Anne Hathaway was probably the only choice for that Catwoman.
But that was a different vibe, though. That
Yeah,
Catwoman.
but I'm
It
saying
was
like
all. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm just saying like that just the pick of it is it's based off the director. So Christopher Nolan made Anne Hathaway Catwoman, and who else was really up for that role at the time? So it was
Yeah.
like same thing like Zoe Kravitz. She at at the moment, who else is really going to play Catwoman at this time and actually kill it? Not to say nobody else could do it, but that has Zoe Kravitz's name written over it when they named that film. When they named the Batman, she's
And the
going to be
big
Catwoman.
reveal. Don't forget about the big reveal of her father, her biological father.
Yeah, which I'm surprised they did that, even though that was in the comics. I was very surprised they did that with being Falcone being her father, biological
Yeah.
father. So it was like, oh dang, they really going with the comic. Like they really went with it. Falcone himself is different
Mm.
compared to the other Batman series too. He's more involved into the movie as well. When they found out he's the actual rat, so it was like
Yeah.
that
He's
whole
actually
that whole thing.
he pretty much ran the city.
Yeah,
He did whatever would have
everybody.
made. But the
Yeah,
big corruption, key component, this is another big spoiler we're gonna discuss.
mhm,
The big corruption with, Bruce Wayne's father getting killed and the
mhm.
foundation, the funding. Pretty much, it was unregulated money where anybody can grab money,
Yep,
mob anybody, corrupt politicians. That's what was the big reveal of probably that probably was one of the big reveal. And they figured out a way why Bruce Wayne's father got killed.
yeah,
His parents got killed. It was a reason behind this got killed that someone, but it makes sense if you actually think a big time person like like one of those guys, politicians, just get shot in the alley. Come on,
yeah.
it got to be some type of conspiracy stuff. Rumor
And
has it he's a snitch. He's about to snitch.
yeah, and let's not forget um even the Waynes, like you said, the Waynes in general. These
Mm-hmm.
not your normal Waynes from the ones that we know of them being like the loving family from the other Gotham storylines.
Mm-hmm.
When they actually have like his mother being like killed somebody and they covered it up. Then the reporter found out about it, the cover up, and then that's when Thomas Wayne go to Falcone about the reporter and that whole thing. So it's like, yeah, like even the Waynes is not the same storyline from that we know about from before. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually like I said, I like the whole direction. Excuse me. I like the whole direction.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I like the fact that they had the family. The family's more in depth with the whole Falcone. Um, I guess you want to say beef or whatever the case may be. With other mobsters. Um, Penguin, he was another one for for this Batman. Even though Colin Farrell was not really, he caught everybody off guard because he wasn't you couldn't recognize him in that makeup.
I I
Like
knew it was him.
I
I
knew it
knew it
was
was him.
him because of the casting, but
But
I
I
was
know
wondering
so
how
many
they was gonna do
people
it.
that was like that's him.
Yeah. So I like that they added his aspect of it because he was he was in a Corleone, he was in that family, so for that, for him to be in that line, I was like, okay, cool. They keeping it like how they supposed to, pretty much like how Gotham is.
All right, let's talk about Batman. How do you feel about Batman in this series? You know what we should talk about? Let's talk about his gadgets. We talk about the car, which is
He ain't
pretty
had
much
too many.
a
All he
souped
had was
up.
the knives.
What about the suit? What did you
The
think about the
suit.
Batman suit?
Oh no, I like the suit. It's just that like I said, it's early Batman, so everything on him is heavy.
Yeah, I'm just letting you
Everything.
know. I'm just asking about the comments on his suit because it's not the it's a
It's
different
not the
suit. But
yeah. It's the whole different suit. Yeah, this is like his like this is his bulletproof like heavy artillery taking suit. Like he
but I do like the scene when he had the Batmobile, which
yeah
is the muscle car when it came. That was actually pretty good. He did have another gadget. Don't forget about the bat suit when he jumped off the bridge escaping.
he did
I
have the
mean,
jumpsuit. Yeah, the little
yeah,
sky
the
suit.
jumpsuit,
Yeah,
the sky suit. That was a good touch. You forgot about that. I'm shocked you forgot about that. That was a dope scene. When him and
I didn't
Commissioner Gordon,
I didn't forget.
so-called escape. The fake escape.
Yeah, yeah.
The escape when he
I mean, I'm me personally. Like I said, I'm kind of biased because this is like out of all the Batmans, I mean, from older Batman Beyond, all these Batmans, I'm kind of biased because the Detective Batman is actually my favorite Batman of all time, like that
mm,
version of him. So I was like, I walked in kind of biased per se,
mm,
but actually watching the film and they actually pinpointed the whole actually pinpointed his whole like personality, persona, how Batman was year one, year two. I was like, oh
mm.
yeah, Robert Pattinson killed this. Like the suit, Batmobile, the gadgets, because he ain't had that many gadgets when he first started.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he didn't have a lot of gadgets, but I'm talking about the gadget that was revealed was pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah. Everything that's been revealed as far as that one, I was like, okay. I'm surprised they showed this. I'm surprised they showed that. I was surprised they even showed like him having that the UV light thing. I was like, man, I was like, yeah, this is young Batman. They got the UV light, the flashlight,
Mm.
the grapple gun was the grapple gun was under his wrist. It wasn't the the joint on the belt. Like, you know, his chest pieces become knives and all that. I was like, yeah, they
Yeah,
they
man.
they
And
did
he stuck with this. He don't like guns. He stuck with that.
he's still stuck with that. So even though he can shoot him, but he just don't kill. He still
Okay.
make that. He'll beat you to a pulp, but he won't he won't kill. You know what I'm saying? Which we have seen in the beginning. We seen that in the beginning where he beat the mess out of one dude out of this whole little clown gang or whatever the case may be. He just beat the hell out of him. Said, "I'm vengeance." The infamous trailer. Beat the mess out
Yeah.
of the dude.
He talking about these
Um,
times vengeance. He talking about
yeah.
that. He beat the crap out of it. I think he broke his arm, broke his jaw, broke his neck, broke his ear, broke his nose.
Oh, dude might be a vegetable. We don't know. He might be a vegetable, right?
He got. I'm like, jeez, man, jeez. I think he almost killed him. Then he kept punching him on the. I like, yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
If he's alive, he's barely alive right now.
Yes.
Jeez, jeez.
Um. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it was like I like the gadgets, like the suit, like everything. As far as that goes, yeah. Um, my thing. Oh, how you think about the whole political risk aspect of the film?
What you mean to put the
Like
what,
how it was supposed to be Thomas Wayne actually supposed to be the mayor, but because he got killed, they gave it to well the mayor got reelected because he was under the mob boss's pocket,
yeah.
and then Riddler killed him off, and they give it to I forgot the lady. I think her
He
name
said
is Vale.
he said he said it doesn't matter who's the mayor. Someone
Yeah, because
runs
it was gonna reach Havoc anyway. Yeah, anyway, it was
it.
gonna
Yeah,
reach Havoc.
yeah,
So yeah, because I think because from my understanding, he was gonna kill whoever's gonna be the mayor anyway.
yeah.
Next mayor, that mayor, next mayor, because he was trying to take her out in the damn Madison Square Garden with the
Not
with the followers.
yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't care about the mayor. I think her last name was Vale. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I can't
Vale.
remember what her name was. Yeah. But long
Um,
story, how do you feel about the plot twist at the end? Like we thought it was over because if you watched it in the movie, it looked like it was coming to an end. Then when he did, the final scene talking with Riddler. found out there's more to the you know to his
Yeah.
plot. Yeah.
Um, it was for me because it's the Riddler. I kind of was like, is this really it? Even when I
Mhm.
thought about it, I was like, was this really it? Because there ain't no way he's just gonna give himself up like that. There ain't no villain in movies give themselves up like that. Not without a
Mhm.
backup plan or some type of plan. And sure enough, we see the plan.
Yeah.
He's gonna blow up the water, the water walls of the whole city of Gotham, flood it up, so they gotta start all over again. That's
Yeah.
pretty much was his thing.
Okay, I want to do a plot twist.
Hmm.
I know it's flooded. I think Penguin is probably gonna rise further up the ranks
Yes,
because of the fall. That's just my opinion. I don't
because
know
of
if
the
they lead
fall
that.
and because Falcone is dead.
Yeah, Falcone is
He's
dead,
gonna
and
take Falcone is dead, and
yeah, that's just my small prediction. Okay.
let's not forget though too. Um, the whole thing about the Riddler, like story plan, does it really make him that bad of a guy when you think about the corruption of the city? That's the key thing about this whole thing as well.
Yes, it does make it bad. Once he bombed and flooded the city, that's a terrorist attack at that point.
No, that part was terrible. No, I mean just like his overall method though.
About him exposing I would say him exposing the corruption. It was a method to his man. It was still wrong. It was still
Yeah,
wrong, but
yeah,
yeah, I would say we took it over the top once he flooded and he was trying to assassinate the new mayor,
yeah,
and they was just gonna have pretty much do one of those shooting style in the air in the arena. That was gonna be
yeah, yeah.
that, that's what I
Little
need.
little Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
Just a
it was
little bit.
like he
You know,
wanted
like
a clean slate for the city. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what
yeah,
I'm gonna say. That's the route he was going.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
I mean, do you think though, basing off the film, like just basing off this, do you think we might get that whole like Batman Hush type of vibe probably in
They,
this like
they
trilogy?
sort of did. They sort of did Hush a little bit of
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
storyline.
saying.
They did a little bit of it. It looks like they took a little bit from certain comic books, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That's what
I think they took
comic
away
book.
from
That's
Hush.
what
Yeah, I definitely think they took away from Hush. I think they took away from Hush, Arkham Knight the games, and I think they took away some from the Batman animation series because that was the feel they got me was the animation
Mhm.
series. That
Yeah.
was the feel I thought. And I think even with Catwoman, it was kind of like the animation series kind of feel with her. She said she had a big crush on Batman. Didn't know it was Bruce at the time. She just knew Batman. She ain't know Bruce at the. It's like the Michael Keaton one. Yeah, when they both knew each other identities. She just knew Batman, and she ain't know Bruce Wayne. She just knew Batman.
Mhm.
Um. Oh, let's not forget about one of the MVPs, Alfred. Alfred is
Mhm.
actually one of the VIP. I mean, I actually one of the
Yeah,
MVPs.
he saw the cipher,
Solved the cipher.
even
He
though he got the language mixed up a little bit, a little
he
bit
did. Yeah,
small. I think they did it on purpose, so they made a mistake. I think they did that on purpose.
yeah,
Even Batman made a mistake. He missed a clue. So
yeah, he did. So, um, yeah, he was the MVP of this joint, and he
mhm.
did kind of like get the bulk of the blast from that was attended for Bruce Wayne. I think that's how the Riddler knew that Batman was Bruce Wayne when he bombed him and then realized that Bruce Wayne wasn't home. That's why I think he
Yeah.
knew it was him.
Mhm.
Because I don't think the Riddler knew that Batman was Bruce Wayne until that moment. Or he might have known, but he ain't know he was Batman. He knew Bruce Wayne was still in town. Because he was
Mhm.
still at the orphanage. Like you said, the funding and all that went to the mob. So it kind of like um put the orphanage under pretty much. So Yeah, I can see Method to his madness on that too. As far as like he felt like he was being abandoned with a lot of the stuff that happened with the Waynes, especially the Waynes fun with that whole thing. So yeah, he's trying to take out the whole Wayne's family too. So you know, but him knowing that identity was very like, how can I put it? Him knowing Bruce Wayne identity as Batman was
That was that was
kind of
actually a good. That was good. That was a good twist to it, though.
yes, that was a good twist because it actually. I was about to say it was a little cartoonish, like too much of the animation series. Like like it looked like a scene that would happen in an animation series. Like I was like, oh man, they about to go this route. And then when they actually, like when he actually started doing it, but he made that scene so cool when he started doing the Bruce Wayne joint over and over again. Bruce Wayne, Bruce. You know what I'm saying? And then doing it while on, like technically the camera was off, but it was still facing him, but it was off. So they couldn't really hear him saying his name over and over and over again. So overall, good
Yeah.
film.
Overall, good film. I stick with my. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Not a perfect 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. That's my final rule. Any predictions you think Batman should go? Any route you think it should go?
I think for part two, because they did tease, if you ain't see the post credit scene, or ending, uh, there is a glimpse of the new actor for Joker. We did see the new version of him, so it looks like it's gonna be the Arkham Knight version of him with like the face being like acid out a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, but I wouldn't go that route on the next one. I think for me, part two should be Courts of the Owls.
Yes,
They should be
I
more involved in
agree
this
with you.
whole thing. Even if you gotta bring Owlman and a few like of the Owl Courts members into this, they should be the actual villains for part two. Because actually, out of all the villains of the Batman series, they have not been added into any type of live action sequence. Even in Gotham, they wasn't even like mentioned. So Course of Owls should be the next villain. Then go with like the rematch with Joker and Riddler. That's just
Okay,
me.
okay. I actually agree with you. I think they should go a different route. I'm thinking going with a different villain that we don't get enough praise. Joker is sort of like if they go Joker, that's like very predictable.
It's like bringing Loki back to the Avengers. That's pretty much
Yeah,
how I would feel.
I just like well, I'm not saying Joker wouldn't be a bad move. It just if you go with a different villain that we haven't seen, or you could pick another villain. I think the night the one you chose, I think is going to yeah that
Yeah,
probably
the
would
course
be
of yeah, the course of the owl. Yeah, course of the owls.
yeah because no one really
Nobody's gonna.
touched on no one really touched on that in the live action. So
Yeah,
that would be a
and
good
then
way to go.
and truthfully, if they want to go with a double route, and if you want to include them with it, bring Doctor Freeze in and
Yeah,
have Course of Owl involved with his wife getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Or like him doing the whole they make they pretty much use his wife as bait for him to work with the Course of Owl. That's how he became Doctor Freeze. Like it's so many ways they could go with this, especially if they talking about bringing Doctor Freeze in, and then the Course of Owls is supposed to be involved in this. There's many ways they could make his father, Wayne, like Thomas Wayne, Doctor Freeze, Falcone, uh, all of them, Penguin. Well, no, I don't think Penguin gonna be involved because he's gonna be the new crime lord. So it would have to be Falcone, Thomas Wayne, the Wayne family in general, and Victor Freeze. That should be like the next like storyline, especially if they go in this direction with him being the detective uh Batman. So
okay,
yeah,
all right. So I think we're gonna end it here. Uh, And I'd like to thank everybody for listening and watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. So we're
yep,
going to try to do more in-depth conversations where we're going to go. maybe like when the series ends or something, we just do a
Yeah.
full in depth. We're gonna pick shows, movies, and just do it in depth instead of doing like a spoiler review. We're gonna just
Mhm.
do a deep conversation about it. Okay. Thanks for watching. Peace and hair grease.
Peace and hair grease, everybody.
Deuces.